I haven't. Oh shit! To hell if I don't change my ways. I load at 2 o'clock Central Time, and I go up to Wisconsin. I'm so excited. It's supposed to be like -7 on Monday. Woo! Hence why I'm wearing a tank top now. You know. And we're in the process of taking apart the lower portion of my dash because I'll show you. I'm gonna put these sons of bitches so they don't get lost. Okay, so hang on. Flipper the camera. Okay, so this one is my fuel switch. You see it's all. So we gotta take her apart, and then we gotta tighten that bitch back up. So that's what we're doing. I'm doing all right, Javier. How are you? Yeah, I know it sucks up north. Let's see. Last week, or what day is today? Saturday. So I unloaded Monday night in Wisconsin and loaded Tuesday morning in the snow. And by the time I got done loading and strapping, there was a break in the snow. And so we took the fuck off to get south, as far south as we could. We were trying to get south of Rockford, basically, away from the snow. So there's that. That's how we ended up in the snow last week. I think I have an Allen wrench in my purse. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, I said I think I have an Allen wrench in my purse. Because I'm that girl. Now, if we could just find it. I gotta fix my fuel gauge switch. Oh, that's a bobby pin, not an Allen wrench. Although it's almost the same size as far as thickness. My fuel gauge switch, because you know there's a screw on the inside and a screw on the outside. It's loose. So, we gotta find, if it's still in here, my Allen wrench. Because I gotta take the toggle switch thingy off. What's up, Steve? Thanks for joining. And I do see that you had upgraded your membership. Thank you. Much appreciated. As soon as we get the website up, your level of membership gets a discount, a one-time discount code for merchandise. I guess I don't have it in my purse anymore. I'm not that girl. Son of a biscuit. Shuckies. Just gonna make it finger tight. Because if we do anything tighter, my tiny little ass ain't gonna be able to fix nothing. All is well. I will update you guys on Chrome. Ta-da! Fixed. It's Jake's. Oh, Cruz. We did, I think, get the heat fixed. Pretty much. So, there's that bonus. Okay. Well, I don't know. It hasn't really been that cold, so I can't say it's fixed. It's fixed enough for the temperatures that I have encountered. How does that sound? But I guess we'll find out on Monday when it's -7 for the actual temp in Wisconsin. I'm gonna get my dash put back together and I'll update you guys on Chrome because I know everybody's been asking questions because, you know, this has been going on since October. Pretty sure you guys saw them running around in the snow. So that's always a bonus. That's a definite change in behavior. Not a bad change, a good change. Why is it when you screw these little, hold on. Why is it that when you screw these little things in, I mean, it's a screw that goes into a hole, but why does it feel like you're doing it so blindly? You know, you're like trying to make sure the threads are right. Hey, buddy, can you wait a second? Bubba, wait. Bubba, wait. Get down. Wait. What, the girl loves what we all do? You mean as far as like truck drivers? Is that what you mean? Is that Catrice? Catrice and Ben? So is this Ben and you're referencing that Catrice likes what truck drivers do? I need a little clarity. I need a little elaboration, please. Steve, I think you follow me on other platforms, right? Ta-da! I'll be damned. It's fixed. Put my plate back in my windshield. What's up, Mike? How's it going? Come on now. There. Get my poop back in a group over here. Much more besta. What's up, Em? I'm doing all right. Is it 11:42? I said I'd be live at noon. I'm a little early. Makes up for the last couple of times I was a little late. I load at 2:00. So I came up here last night and parked. And at 2:00, they'll call on the CB and say all appointments for 2:00. Go ahead and approach the scale. So I figured I would get up here last night so I could do my live today. Because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Because I got to truck on up into Wisconsin. And my truck has to go to the shop on Monday. Well, I know it's 1:42 there, but I said noon Central Time, CST. Posted it in the community board. Do I have no, I do not have a winter front cover. But more interestingly than that is Monday. Oh, fucking trucking excited, man. We get to go in for a new radiator and charge air cooler. Isn't that exciting? Woo! I have some sort of exhaust leak. It's not a turbo boot. Check them. And there is no soot, so there's no visible sign of an exhaust leak anywhere around the turbo or the exhaust manifold. So the next logical thing would be the air-to-air, the charge air cooler. And yesterday, so Wednesday night, Thursday night, today's Saturday, Thursday night, when I pulled into the rest area in Texas, it was like 60 degrees. I was shocked. So I shut the truck off. And when I got up in the morning, I noticed just under the bumper, basically right around, where the radiator engine fan is, I had some coolant on the ground. More than I wanted to see, more than, just a little drop. So I've known for a while that I need a radiator, and we were just watching it. Not that it gets better. But yeah. So we have a cold leak for our radiator. So that and charge air cooler. Fucking trucking, man. I swear to Bob. You got a ton of snow? I know. I was unloading Monday night, so I didn't have to drive in it Tuesday morning to get unloaded. And then Tuesday morning, I got loaded. And right as they finished loading me, there was a break in the storm. So we strapped her all up and we headed south like the flippin' birds in search of better weather, which we did not find until we got down to like, what is that, Paw, whatever that rest area is on 39. Yeah. Hence all the snow. Yours truly drove in the snow. I don't like it. I don't have even car driving experience in the snow. Don't get me wrong. When they're out, they're plowing, they're treating. I don't freak out as bad. But it's not me. It's everybody else. I'm going to chill in the right lane and I'm going to do the speed that I feel comfortable doing, that keeps up with the flow of the scared traffic, out of the way of all y'all, people out there doing mock Jesus in the left lane where you can't even see the lines. But y'all do you, I do me. I just try not to deal with it if I don't have to. So, it's going to be -7 on Monday. My favorite. 12 inches yesterday. Oh my goodness. Where am I going? I'm going north of Eau Claire. And getting my radiator charge air cooler fixed on Monday. So at least y'all snow passed as I come back up. You see how that works? Because Texas is supposed to be getting some ice and snow tonight. So we just left Texas yesterday. Master of the storm dodging. That's what we're going to call that. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Come here. Come here. Uppy. 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 Come here. Come say hi to the peeps. How you doing, Bubba? How you doing? Huh? Well, you could put your ears up and look perky. What's up, Dragon Pixie? What do you do? Perk your ears up for them. What's your deal? Huh? What's your deal? I don't know. Can anybody tell? Does he look a little more healthy, a little less skinny? We still got the little knobby butt bones back here. But what's up? Happy -3 wind chill from Minnesota, don't you know? Is your name Aaron? Aeron? Yeah, Chrome's got stage fright. Yeah, I'm gonna be up in Wisconsin tomorrow, and I know Monday is gonna be -7. So I get to unload and reload, which means insulated coveralls and multiple layers and the little thingy to cover my face and the little thingy to cover my head and the little gloves with the warmers and the winter boots with the fuzzy socks and the yeah. Well, I like the way you spell your name. It's definitely different. So, come here, buddy. For everybody who's been on my live basically since October, I've been talking about my poor little dog and how he's had some digestive issues, and we've been struggling to figure out what it was. At first, we thought it was a food allergy, and it turned out not being a food allergy. I look warm. Well, the heater's on. So we found out it's not a food allergy. We did a bunch of research, got him to a primary care vet, so now he has his very own doctor. Yes, you do. We did some blood work. Blood work came back, and he definitely has what's called EPI. So it's exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. So what that means is his pancreas doesn't produce the digestive enzymes to break down the proteins, fats, and carbs in his food. So his stomach digests the food, but it doesn't break it down into molecules where his large and small, his small intestine can absorb the nutrients. So that's why he got so skinny. So the treatment's awesome. Hold on 1 second. So the treatment for that, I mean, there's powders and stuff that I can buy, but powders are not, they're not as natural as obviously the enzymes that the pancreas actually produces. So we get to buy this 100% grass-fed bison raw pancreas. Isn't that yummy? Ooh, yeah. Yes, Eddie, 100% effective. They are effective. Powdered enzymes are absolutely effective, but they're not, in my opinion, as effective as where they directly come from, which would be raw pancreas. You can't cook it, you can't warm it up, you can't do anything to it other than puree it, because that affects the natural occurring enzymes in the pancreas. So we buy it like that. That's about 2 servings for him once it's pureed. And then yum, yum, yum. Then we puree it. Yeah, buddy. And then we put it on his food every time he eats. So we have to put it on his food. We have to mix it up into his hard food and let it sit no less than 15 minutes up to an hour. And what happens is it starts to break down the food in the bowl so that when he eats it, he can now absorb the nutrients out of his food. What up, Phil? Hey, Nicholas. I'll let you see something. You've come to the wrong channel. So you can either stay and hang out and listen to what's going on in my life, which is why everybody else is here, or you can go somewhere else and find somebody who sells that kind of stuff on the internet, because that's not me. Anyways, so this issue that he has is genetic. So think of it as like when kids aren't born diabetic. They kind of develop it as they get older. Adult onset diabetes, So it's the same concept with him. So when he was born, everything was working just fine. And as he grew up and he got older, it stopped producing. So he'll be on raw pancreas for the rest of his life. Welcome to my life. But somebody's a little happier. Hi, puppies. Are you a happy boy? Are you a happy boy? So he's not so skinny anymore. I mean, he's still skinny, don't get me wrong. He's definitely still skinny. And he definitely needs to put on some more weight, because he lost about 10 freaking pounds in this whole process of trying to figure it out. So, in the meantime, yeah, that's my life with Chrome. Ugh. But he's like, so my kids are all grown, so he's like my kid now. And that would be like telling your kid, sorry. You know what I mean? It is actually, it's way more common in German Shepherds. EPI is pretty rare, but German Shepherds are definitely a breed that tends to be affected by it more frequently. So German Shepherds and certain breeds of Collie. Hello, Albert. You like knowing about everything in my life? I feel like my life is so boring. So when you guys come here and you come for updates on like what's going on with my dog, or where I'm at, or what I'm doing, or whatever, I think it's kind of nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because like I said, I think my life's boring. Yeah, Phil, Nicholas made a comment. He said, baby, let's see something. So we just had to educate the young man that he was on the wrong channel for the wrong type of content. That's right, Eddie. That's right. We don't allow people to talk to me like that. Just so you guys know, Eddie, he goes by Dragon Pixie on TikTok, Dragon Pixie _ transport. He's like my big brother. Just so you know. Yeah, I know. Look. No shoes, no socks. I got tank top on. The thermometer in the heater vent is reading that it's blowing at 90, and it's just a little over half. So I believe the heat is working. I think some weather stripping in the door would be really nice, because when I'm driving down the road and it's cold outside, the cold air comes in the bottom of the door on my foot. It really sucks. But excuse me, kitty, get off. Come here, Mittens. Come on. Turn around. Thank you. So, you couldn't hear what I said to you. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, Eddie, rub it in. You're down in Florida. You got the AC on. There's a mittens. There's a mittens. There's a mittens. We could put on the super truck. Look at that. Oh, real truck driver now. Can I take your order, please? Welcome to McDonald's. Hi, Bobby. Oh, Mommy didn't give you a Prilosec this morning. I hope you're going to be okay. There's a boy. Mississippi. Whatever. Mississippi, Florida, same damn thing. Yeah. So that's where we're at. We got Chrome situated, health-wise. No, I do not go to New York. I don't do the Northeast. I don't do the Pacific Northwest. I don't do California. So we got Chrome's health situated. Monday, we're getting a new radiator, new charger cooler. Hopefully that takes the sound out. Anytime I'm using Boost, it almost sounds like it's chugging, but it's more like a yeah, it's crazy. It's an exhaust leak, and I hate the way it sounds, and it makes me freak out. Don't go to upstate New York on purpose. No, we don't go there at all. That's kind of like that. No, the fuck I don't go there. You can fuck right the fuck off if you try to make me go there. I'll drive in snow before I go to New York. That tells you how much I have zero desire to go to New York. I don't need a booster seat. I can see over the dash. I'm smart. I don't know if I'm smart or if I'm just high maintenance. I've heard enough stories to know that I don't have a desire to venture out there. So, north of New York City. No, thank you. No. I've heard the roads are really tight. I've heard that there's like a gazillion low bridges and no truck streets and one ways and narrow streets and really expensive tolls. Yeah. High maintenance elf in the house. Yeah. Call me an elf, that's fine. I'm not on a shelf, but I'm an elf in a seat. High maintenance. What do you mean my dog is eating you? I'm confused. So we'll get back to Wisconsin tomorrow, and we're gonna take my lazy ass to the gymnasium. Yeah. Get us a little dime time in. You don't blame me. Well, a lot of the reasons why people tend to stay where they live is because they're already established. You got a house, got a job, got a family. You know, GPS got me in the wrong part of the country. Actually, Eddie, Caleb was telling me that Texas is getting ice and snow tonight. So no, I'm not in the wrong part of the country. Arkansas is like supposed to be 40 degrees today. Oh yeah, Yeah, I've mentioned how much I love Chicago. Right. North Carolina's nice. Absolutely. It's a lot of greenery. They got beautiful fall colors. South Carolina's nice too. Here's my advice for when you move. If you can transfer with your job, if you like your job, find somewhere you can transfer because usually they'll pay for the moving expenses. But secondarily, and most importantly, look up what the cost of living is there. So I think one time I looked it up and I think like average was like 100 and Minneapolis was like, I don't know, between like 115 and 120 and Tucson, Arizona was like 80. So while it's below the national average for cost of living, um, anywhere where the cost of living is low, remember that poverty is high. So while, you could move to West Virginia and get you an enormous house for a quarter of what you would maybe pay in New York, just remember that poverty is high. So I always think about that. It was 11 in Texas. Yeah, but you live in what, Lubbock, right? Negative 38 at the Wyoming house. I think 11 is better than negative 38 there, Eddie. Arizona, no. No. Don't. Time out. Pause. Whoa. I'm never going to talk anybody out of moving to Arizona, but having lived in Arizona for well over 20 years, especially southern Arizona, like Tucson, Phoenix, it's either A, a college town, especially Tucson, or B, it's a retiree town. Okay? Phoenix has some larger corporations and stuff like that, so if you have that kind of a job, it is possible to move there and be able to be profitable, flourish, raise a family, be lucrative. But Tucson, not so much. Cost of living's pretty low in Tucson, and it's. So here's how I'm gonna describe Tucson. Yes, it has some nicer areas, but you know the white stuff on the top of chicken shit? Yeah, it's still chicken shit. So, Tucson is kind of sort of like the trailer park of the United States. And while in the winter it's absolutely wonderful because it's like 50, 60, 70, in the summer it's unbearable. And also, I've discovered where the weather is nice all the time, people become complacent. So keep that in mind too. Season changes, um, harsh winters, things like that. They they tend to make people more appreciative of what it is that they have, and they take advantage of the opportunities presented to them when the weather's good. So, all right, Phil, you got to get out of the East Coast. You'll pay more for insurance than a mortgage. What do you mean? So you're telling me that like car insurance or like homeowners insurance? What do you mean? Trucking is all you know for the most part. I get that. I mean, I've had a couple of careers before I became a truck driver, but I don't ever want to go back to retail. No. I did retail management for over 10 years. Um, I did massage therapy. I owned my own business for 12 years, which I still love massage therapy, but I'm very picky. Like, I only want to work on people who truly have problems and want to be proactive in making their own lives better. So the people who go in and are like, "Oh, I just give me a relaxing massage." I don't want to work with you. I don't want to touch you. I don't want to deal with you. So that's another reason why trucking is better. What's up, Jesse? Why, what's going on in Illinois? You love my tattoos. Thank you. What's going on in Illinois? I got to go up through Illinois tonight. Arizona does feel like you walked into your I don't even think you didn't even walk into Satan's kitchen. You're literally like, Arizona's like you're cruising around the border of Satan's asshole, to be honest with you. Look at those gray hairs, you guys. Whew. What you pay for car insurance could be a mortgage elsewhere in the country. Seriously? That's true. I heard it snowed yesterday, but there's no storm in the forecast now. Snow, and more snow. I know, it's all about the snow. Much snow. Much snow. Bad storm, icy. You had 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. Good Lord. Well, they're out treating the roads, though, right? Please say yes. I mean, Illinois, Wisconsin, they're pretty good about treating the roads. They know about ice and snow. It's not like, getting an ice storm in Texas and them not having a single damn plow truck. Look at this hair, you guys. It needs to be trimmed. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Wait, let me get it in the sunlight. Aha! It looks like an old paintbrush. We gotta get a haircut. We're not cutting it short. We just... Look at that. Definitely. Gotta trim off those old paintbrush looking split ends. They shut down. Oh shit. Well, that's good to know, but I don't load until 2 o'clock. So, it'll be later this afternoon before I get up there, because I'm down in Arkansas. We're in, 55 to 57. Then I'm going to go up 51, up through, what is that? Vidalia and Pana and Assumption and Decatur, up to 39. And then go up 39.90. We in the Midwest, you know how to drive, no problem. But if you're from... well, I live in Minnesota, don't you know? But I don't really drive in the weather. So I prefer to drive during the day, because oftentimes you can tell what's going on the roads a lot better during the day. You got the fellow elf's hair done last trip, and I'm a little jelly. What up? What's going on, Adam? You're headed to Chicago from West Virginia. Everybody's saying that there was a really bad ice storm in Illinois last night. A lot of snow in Wisconsin last night, so I presume it's probably headed east. So be careful on your trip. 88 is okay. 39 is okay. I mean, I presume further south, like 55 and 57 further south, below 70 should be fine. I'm just guessing, speculating. I'm not a weather forecaster, Don't y'all know? So, she looks amazing. Ooh, she has highlights. You're so good to your woman, Eddie. I don't know. Where am I heading? Headed up to Wisconsin, north of Eau Claire. I'm gonna go up there, get there tomorrow. Park. First thing Monday morning, I gotta take my truck over to get a new radiator charge air cooler. and then I'll deliver on Tuesday. I might try to get there Monday night so I can unload Monday night and then just reload first thing Tuesday morning and head back down to Texas. Don't ruin your image. Whatever, Eddie. Oh, Kitty. What's Mittens? Nobody wants to see that part of you. We love you, but we don't love that part of you. Go on. Up. So, it's 12:15. I got about an hour with you guys. Maybe an hour and a half. And then I got to roll around to the other side of this driveway here and turn the old radio on and wait for them to tell me that 2 o'clock appointments can roll onto the scale. He lives in Fond du Lac. That's east, isn't it? Like when you're headed southeast to Chicago, I think. Isn't that more like 94? It was rain south of 80. Good to know. Good to know. Well, usually, at least within the 24 hours after the storm, 12 to 24 hours after the storm, they're pretty good about making sure that they have enough treatment down on the road so that it's not as dangerous. So, yeah. Yeah, while they're working on my truck, we got to go by, like, I don't know, 60 plus ounces of bison pancreas for chrome. Kids, I tell you, kids. What up? We got Big Dad in the house. Hey. I'm not even wearing my hoodie. Hey, you know what though? I was wearing my my hot pink If I'm Up You're Up hoodie at the Tesla plant when I was delivering at the new Tesla facility in Texas, and they didn't make me put on no high vis because I had on my pink hoodie. Just saying. We got Big Dad. Everybody say hi. I'm Mike. I mean, it's not Friday, or I'd say it's Fuck Your Mom Friday, but it's not Friday. Missed that by a day. Day late and a dollar short. Story of my life, man. Shit. I will. I will be careful up there. I know that the salt doesn't necessarily dissolve all of the ice, but it does help. I'm doing all right, Billy. I think all elves are high maintenance, Eddie. You know, I mean, look, you think I wake up like this? Shoo. Perfect attire for the Tesla plant. I know. I was so bummed. I didn't have my phone on the ready. Have you guys seen the new Tesla truck? Seriously. Have you seen it? It is the ugliest thing I have ever seen. What kind of stuff do you want to make for the show in May? I'm fabulous. I'm fabulous. Well, thank you. I don't necessarily think so, but thank you. Yep. See, look, Adam knows. Big Dad's in the house. Oh, I got a bunch of new stickers. Did I show you guys? Okay. Of course. Oh, come on, light. There you go. Nice to see. No, it's supposed to be like 40 here today. So we got this one from Big Dad, of course. Oh, and I got Oh, the lighting sucks. I got a little one. I got this one. I have a question, you guys. Should Big Dad and I make, what do you call that? Like, co-creator merch? I got that one. You'll give me more mats. I should do a GFYM thing. 1994 goes through the city. Oh, copy. No, hell no, I don't like driving in the snow, man. This is my all-time favorite. Nobody's ever getting this one. It says, official member, GFYM Nation, no pussies allowed. I should do, hey, is anybody go, besides Big Dad and me, anybody going to Matt's this year? Gotta roll out. Be safe, Billy. 294 goes around. If you made at least a bigger guy. What do you mean by bigger guys? Unicorn's the only creator licensed to use GFYM. No. If we did a co-creator line, not even a line, like just a one-time, one design something or other. Yeah. But that's okay, because Big Dad's the only one who's licensed to use fucking trucking, so stay off of 290. Oh, I don't have to go that way. I'm going up 39 to 90. You want a GFYM for your truck? Well, I think that's probably the only one that's going to match your truck, Eddie. You're almost 6 foot tall. And what size shirt do you wear? Do you wear a 3X? Let's see, I think, what size shirt did you get, Big Dad? Did I give you a 2X? I think I have a 6X shirt here on my truck, Jesse. I had somebody order, I think I ordered one or two. Somebody on TikTok had requested like a 5XLT or a 6X, and I got one 6X, and I have no idea who had requested it. So I do have one for sale. We are staying warm, Aaron. Who's going to Matt's this year in Louisville? Well, you can chat with Mom, Eddie, and see what she can do. And if not, you can more than welcome to use Tevin, of course. I'm actually, all right. I'm not making any excuses. I'm forgetful. And when I'm trucking, I forget that I have other shit I need to do, like call the merch guy and set up my site and stuff like that. What up, Mama? Mom's in the house. I don't have a website yet. That's what I was just getting ready to say, Jesse. So I'm supposed to be setting up with this guy to set up my merch site, and I'm forgetful. When I'm trucking, and I forget to do other stuff. I need to call him and set up my website so that I can give it to people. But I do have a 6X shirt in the truck, Jesse. If you have me on any other platforms, you can message me there and we can talk about if you want to purchase that shirt and what shipping would cost. Or if you just come to Matt's, you can just get it from me and I'll hold on to it till then. Use Tevin for the misfit stuff. I know that, Eddie. Talk to Mom. And you guys can chit chat right here about it. Because as we all know, Mom makes my stickers. My stickers. What's up, Mark? From Minnesota, don't you know? Just here on YouTube. Well, shit. There's no way to message on YouTube. Send me an email. It's my username at Gmail. What's up, Raymond? Is that snowstorm over there in Michigan? Or did it already pass on through? Let's see. Baltimore, Maryland. We got Maryland in the house. What up, Tony? You're just relaxing today? Yeah, I load at 2 o'clock Central Time. It's currently 12:24. So, I still got a little bit of time. I got about an hour before I'm going to get off here. Kenny should be here soon. He's got the 2 pieces of dunnage that I'm going to need for this load of steel beams. I'm parked in Arkansas, in Blytheville, Arkansas, picking up a load of steel beams. It went through, but you're getting more tonight. Yeah, I heard there was a bunch of snow in Wisconsin last night and a bunch of ice in northern Illinois. So you're okay. I'm doing all right. We're just here to check in, check up, update everybody while I have some downtime. Because I got a truck tomorrow. I got to get on up into Wisconsin, and I got errands to run. I got to go to the gymnasium and get me a little gym time workout in. You know, groceries, laundry. Truck goes in the shop on Monday for radiator, and a charge air cooler. Delivery Tuesday, reload Tuesday, head to Texas. It's kind of a busy weekend. You know, I lately haven't been trucking a whole lot on the weekends, but I'm trucking this weekend. So, I wanted to try to get in my check-in with y'all. Yeah. I need to get, look at that. Woo! Shoo! My age is showing, you guys. Gotta go get that taken care of. I always do my best to be as safe as possible. Especially in the weather, because I was not born in the frozen tundra. So my frozen tundra experience is next to none. Yeah, it's supposed to be -7 in Wisconsin on Monday. So, you know, full winter gear to load and unload. Yeah, I gotta stop and get me some power service, and probably top off with some winterized diesel, because the last time I fueled was down in Texas, and we all know they ain't got no winter fuel. So, Sean, trucker's driver. The name doesn't sound familiar. I don't know. I don't think I know that person. I'm a lot better with people's faces, or if I don't recognize their face, tell me what your social media username is, and tell me the last time like we met face to face or a conversation that we had, and then it's like, oh yeah. I don't mean to be an asshole. It's overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. If I have to put chains on, this bitch ain't moving anywhere, ever. So, my answer is no. I have put chains on tires one time, and that was in orientation training, and I've never done it since then. Oh, he's on YouTube? Yeah, I don't know who that is. I have no idea. I don't. I'm gonna sound like an absolute fucking snob. I'm not trying to sound like a snob, but on YouTube, you want to know what I listen to or watch on YouTube? Gym, like as in like the weight room gym, like lifting motivational songs, speeches. So I listen to a lot of stuff. Jay Cutler, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronnie Coleman. I listen to that. And then I listen to a lot of like positive mindset, self-help, personal development speeches on YouTube. That's the extent of my YouTube arena, besides posting and then going in and interacting with you guys as much as I can. You have a travel toolbox under your bunk. For what? I'm not a snob. What's the best advice to a person that wants to drive and get a CDL? That's a matter of opinion. My advice, which is probably quite different from a lot of people's advice, is when you're going to go over the road, know your limits, know your boundaries. Don't let anybody push you around. Don't let anybody tell you that you need to drive. If you're tired, you're tired. If you don't feel safe driving in the weather conditions, you don't feel safe driving in the weather conditions. There's that. And then in conjunction with that, don't be afraid that they're going to fire you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, they're not the only trucking company on the planet. They're not the only ones that are going to hire you. And anybody who thinks that their load is more important than the body in that truck isn't worth working for to begin with. So, and I think that goes for any aspect of your life. I don't care if you work in retail management. I don't care if you're a massage therapist. I don't care if you're a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer or what. Know your worth. Know what it is that you bring to the table. And these trucking companies wouldn't exist without drivers. And if more drivers acknowledged that, these companies wouldn't treat them so badly. Just my thought. Glad you hang out. Aw, thanks for hanging out with me, Mark. I appreciate it. It's a good advice too, Eddie. Never think that you know everything that there is to know about trucking, because as soon as you do, you need to hang up the keys, because now you're a danger. You're a danger to everybody. You're single, 47. So what? You want to get your CDL and you want to drive truck? Do it. Why not? How do you know what you love to do in life if you don't try every opportunity that has been presented to you? If you're driving in the snow, because if you get stuck, it will get you unstuck. Oh, you mean the chains. Copy. I got you, Tony. Have a backbone. Yeah. Don't let the mega fleets. Oh, look, there's Kenny. Don't let the mega fleets be a bully to you. Absolutely. Is it better to get an 18-wheeler or work for a company to start? My advice is when you get your CDL, learn how to drive a manual. Do not learn how to drive an automatic, because when you have an automatic restriction, that limits who you can work for and the kinds of trucks that you can drive. Secondarily, I think it's always better to work for somebody else to start, because while it might seem really simple, you drive the truck, you deliver the loads, there's so much more to this industry than that. So it's very, very important that you work for, in my opinion, work for somebody else. Get comfortable with the driving and the routing and the planning and the blah, blah, all of that. And then surround yourself with people who are doing what it is that you want to do. So if you want to be an owner operator and you want to drive, a Peterbilt or a Kenworth, surround yourself with people who are doing what it is that you want to do. You want to haul flatbed, surround yourself with people who are doing what it is that you want to do and learn from them. Because the old timers, if you are open-minded, willing to listen, retain as much as you can, ask questions, and not act like you know everything, they're more than willing to help you in every way that they can. John, you can't even see my feet. Oh, the salt. Copy, Tony. I'm following you now. That's right, Eddie, well, true, you wouldn't have all them fancy dancy lights on your truck if it wasn't for us pushing you and telling you that it doesn't matter what you drive, it matters who you are. You can't drive a manual? Oh, it's not that hard. If you're willing to learn, you can do anything you want to do. What's the best? What is best, flatbed or OTR? I haul a flatbed over the road. I prefer over the road. I don't give a shit about being home every night. When I worked local, I worked 12 to 14-hour days working local. And I thought, well, this is bullshit. If I'm going to work this much, I might as well be out on the road and see things. But not being home every day is not for everybody. Not being home once a week is not for everybody. So you have to figure out which part of the industry is best for you. Local, regional, over the road, dry down, reefer, flatbed, step deck, heavy haul, oversized, tankered, cattle. Like there is a plethora of options. You can always find the type of freight you want to haul that best suits your needs in the area that you want to do it, whether that's local, regional, over the road, whatever it is. Don't limit yourself. Eddie, yes, most trucks are automatic these days, but if you learn how to drive a manual, you're not limited. Where's the best atmosphere and calm? What do you mean? You mean city, state? That's a matter of personal preference. I don't even know if I have a favorite. I like the sunrises and I like the sunsets in all the different states, even the different parts of the different states, different seasons. The colors are different in the different states and the different seasons of the year. So, I don't know if I have a favorite. I tend to run the areas that I like to run, which is a lot of Midwest, a lot of South, North Carolina, South Carolina, but that's just me. I don't have a state where my body gets relaxed, I guess. The only place where my body's relaxed, to be honest with you, like truly, you want to know where I feel the most at home? That feeling of home? It's not at my house. I feel more at home in my truck than I do at my house. But that sanctuary, that peaceful, quiet, serene feeling, I have that when I'm in the gym. I'm a little weird, I think. No, I have purple polish on my toes, but close. Eddie, you have a 13 in your truck. Drive stick. It's better. Only bad side drives. Well, yes, driving stick in the city does suck with the upshifting and the downshifting, but the amount of control that you have over when your truck shifts, like I've tried to drive an automatic. I don't feel safe in them. I don't feel like they shift through the gears at the speed that I'm comfortable with. They don't have the get up and go that a manual has. So that's why I don't like automatics. Lots of people love them. I don't like them at all. What's up, YouTube kid? 7:35 in the morning in New Zealand. Hey, guess what? It's tomorrow in New Zealand. Is it a good day? You have questions about trucking? I thought you were a truck driver. You haven't heard from me or seen me in a while. What's up, Ryan? I'm pretty much live every weekend. What advice would I give to females that think of driving? Anybody who's thinking of driving, you have to have a teaspoon of gangster in you to do this job out here over the road. And when I say that, I mean, when you get out of your truck, you have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware where you're at, who's around, who's in what truck. People who are looking for victims are not just looking for female victims. So you have to carry yourself with an air. Because when you carry yourself with that air of confidence, people who are looking for victims, they see that. They see that you're aware of where you're at. They see that you're standing tall. They see that you're not distracted. They see that you're comfortable in who you are. And they don't want to fuck with that. A teaspoon of I don't give a fuck. There you go. Yep. You refuse to drive an automatic anything. I hear that. I mean, my Mini Cooper I had was an automatic, but when I buy another one, I'm going to buy a manual. I don't drive it enough to really, feel like a manual car in the city is a big deal. Yes, prior to being a truck driver, I was an amateur competitive bodybuilder. I competed in the bikini and figure divisions. Not on the pro level, but in the amateur level. So, I am getting back into it. We're going to the gym this weekend. We're going to go Sunday, Monday. And the plan, because I'm usually off weekends, is to track my progress, see how we do, and maybe sometime around next winter, maybe do a little bit of local stuff, like some hopper and shit like that, so I can be in town every night so that I can hit the gym every night and start prepping for a show. That's exciting. Currently driving a stretched K100. I see. Oh, you mean the video of me complaining about Prime? It's not even just that it was Prime, it's just the whole concept of the lack of courtesy. You saw my post. Oh, thank you. The one about my goals? Yeah, we're gonna do another show. I've been saying that since I started trucking. And I was really on track as long as I was a company driver, but once I became an owner-operator, I put so much of my focus into making my trucking business successful. I did not neglect my fitness nor my nutrition, but it wasn't my sole focus, if that makes sense. So I did lose some size, I lost some muscle, but nothing so dramatic that, we can't get back there in a short period of time. Thank you for the compliment, Ryan. Did Grandpa help me get into trucking? No, actually, Grandpa retired in 1984. He was a Teamster driver back in his day. He drove all around California delivering bread. He worked for Weber's Bread. Trucking wasn't even on my radar. So when I started driving, I struggled with backing. I was a hot mess. I'm not perfect, not by any means, even to this day. But he was so cute. He told me, I might still have the video somewhere, but he told me, like, when you set up to back in, you start backing in and then you turn the wheel real fast. So it really wasn't that helpful, but I used to just love to listen to his stories. Some people's names are in green because they're members. So they have different levels of membership. So the people whose names are in green are on memberships. That's why. And they're highlighted so that I know. Thank you for your membership, Gerald, by the way. And the different color circle next to it says whether it's been like 1 month or 2 months and so on and so forth. Is it really good to make money? I used to drive for UP. Messed up, got a DUI. Oh, I see, Jesse. That's a matter of how well do you, as a company driver, it depends on who you work for. It depends on how hard you're willing to work, on what you're willing to do. And as an owner operator, is it good money? Yes, I get bigger paychecks, but my bills are bigger. My oil change is $400. 100 and, what did I put in yesterday? 110 gallons, $400. So yes, the checks are big, but the expenses are big too. So how well do you manage your money? What is your household expenditure like? That all of that plays a part, because driving a truck as an owner operator is running a business. Your adopted daughter decides that she wants to be a diesel mechanic. Hell yeah! That's freaking awesome. Good for her. That's good money right there. Should you put lights on your curb sniffer and make it look... Your truck already has more lights on it than mine, Eddie. You know that. Yeah. Grandpa retired in 84. See, he drove for 36 years, and when I took him for a ride in the truck at that time, he had been retired for 39 years. So he retired in 84, which is right when they were introducing the 53-foot trailers. So if that gives you any sort of point of reference. Also, I believe you drove truck under a chauffeur's license back then, and I also believe that you didn't have to have the medical card at that time either. Is there a company that would let a regular guy go with a regular driver and see firsthand? That I don't know. If you know anybody that drives truck or anybody that's an owner-operator, you could try to talk to them. Your aunt was a trucker? Hell yeah, that was like back in the day, right? Like, when did she quit driving? Like, how long ago was it? Was she like old school, like one of the very first women in trucking that had a whole shitload more shit to deal with than some of us ladies now? How am I staying warm? Well, it's like 40 degrees here, and I got the heater on, so that helps. Currently, your daughter's working out of your shop. That's awesome. That is freaking way awesome. I wish I knew more about working on my truck. I do what I can, but I don't know a whole lot. So, see, right there, Eddie said it's the best decision he ever made. He couldn't ask for a better life. It's a matter of personal preference, but you don't know until you try it. Youngest person, male or female, to ever. Well, then, that is definitely something to be proud of, Daryl. She's she's really proud of herself, right? Please tell me that she realizes what a big milestone that is. I miss Grandpa and his stories too. I really, really do. See me next Saturday. Nice to see you, Ryan. Have a great day. What is worst do you have? Oh, I have that's my refrigerator right there. And then I have an air fryer and a coffee maker and a Hot Logic. So a Hot Logic's kind of like I can put my dish of food in there and put it like on a hot plate and like zip it closed, and then it warms it up. And then of course we all know what an air fryer is. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Mark. Have a wonderful day. Stay warm out there in Minnesota, don't you know? It's gonna be at least a chilly week. It's supposed to be in the negatives for a solid week, I believe. That's why we load Tuesday and go back south with the birds. By the way, I was down in Texas and it was like 50 degrees, and everybody down there had in Austin had multiple layers on. They had on their little mask thingies that covered up their face, and they had on their beanies, and all you saw was their like little, it was like 50 degrees. So that just goes to show you acclimation is a thing. Her painting skills have brought more money in for her than mechanicking. Well, she can do both. She can do both. If she loves painting, then mechanicking can be her job, so she can still love painting, or vice versa. Because oftentimes people find that when they try to do what it is that they love, it then becomes a job, and then they don't love it as much. So I think her having both is a great way for her to find balance and still keep her love and her passion about both. Jesse, here's my theory on being lonely. Well, first of all three of my kids are grown. They're 28, 24, and 19. But here's my theory on being lonely. When you're alone, you're only lonely if you don't like the person that you're alone with. Very true, Gerald. She will never want for a job. But she has a very, she has her creative job. And then she has the job that really utilizes thought process and fine motor skills. So she's literally got like right and left brain type jobs, which is freaking awesome. You help your buddy out when he needs a hand. Full-time qualified lifeguard. Well, I mean, you are in New Zealand, so it's not like you guys have like real winter. Oh, you have bad eyesight. Copy. I get it. You're right, Eddie. It is a lifestyle. We do love our families, but we also love our solitude. I love my kids. They're all adults. I love them so much more now that they're adults. I was actually talking to my mom, and her and I both agree that my youngest son is probably going to be he's going to be the not so smart one that runs off and gets a girl pregnant, and makes me a grandma. So, I don't like kids, by the way. I love my kids, but I don't like kids. I love over the road. You just miss your family. You mean your mom? You don't have kids. I think it depends on where you live on how much it costs, but check with your local community college. A lot of times, community colleges have a CDL program, and if they do, you can get a grant. Just saying. 8 female drivers. She follows me? Oh, oh, that's awesome! That's exciting. That's freaking exciting. Are you guys gonna go to Matt's this year down in Louisville? At the end of March? I think you should. By the way, I'll be at Matt's this year. Big Dad, Iron Mike Sharp's gonna be at Matt's. Charlie Trucker's gonna be at Matt's. Just saying. There you go. You're encouraged by your live videos and how helpful they are. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm totally flattered. I just try to be as real can be because our world is so full of fake people these days. I'm confused, Jesse. What are you saying? I'm not certain that I'm reading your message right. It's got a couple of typos. A tattoo of you. No. Don't get a tattoo of me. I mean, get a unicorn in honor of me. I think that'd be kind of cool. But, you don't have to get a tattoo of me. I mean, that's a huge commitment. I think I might have a tiny little fear of an enormous commitment like that. Or anybody making that kind of enormous commitment to me. Just saying. It's a little scary. Y'all, we got about 30 minutes on this live before I gotta get off here. Why not? What's my next tattoo? I'm not sure. My tattoo artist is in Farmington, New Mexico. So, my next tattoo is definitely Grandpa's dates down here because this is Grandma's birth and death. So we got to get Grandpa's here. Not looking forward to that one. When she came out of the testing center, she was all smiles. Looked like their dog just died. Well, she sounds like she's motivated so the best way I can describe this is I work best in a male dominated industry because it motivates me to work harder even if I'm only seen as half as good because I know what I put in and that's all that matters to me. And if other people see it, that's super awesome, but how I feel about it is what matters the most. And I'm not trying to be better than anybody. I'm not trying to work harder than anybody. But I am certainly motivated, especially by the men who think that I can't do it. So if she's anything like me, I get it. Have I ever been on Bonehead Truckers? when when I had a fuel crossover problem, which sucked one of my tanks dry, and I had to stop on the side of the road because, well, clearly it had sucked my tank dry. CRST crossed over the white line and hit the back of my trailer. So that video got put on Twisted Trucker, although I was not at fault and I was not to blame. Does that make sense? You have to pull her back sometimes. Oh, that's because her drive and her determination to get it right and to be perfect at it. Um, I let me quote this properly. Hang on, 1 sec. It's a Michelangelo quote. It is, the greater danger for most of us lies not in setting our aim too high and falling short, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark. That quote does not apply to her. Ever since I started trucking, I have expected to be absolutely perfect at everything I do the very first time I do it, whether I've ever done it before or not. And I tend to mentally beat myself up for not being as good as a 20, 30, 40, 50 year veteran when I've never ever done something. That is holding yourself to the highest of standards. Sometimes it can be bad because it is an unrealistic expectation that you never give yourself any grace on, but that level of drive and determination is what makes people successful. I love my long hair. No, I've never donated it for cancer because I don't look cute with short hair. Secondarily, my hair is dyed and they don't like it. And lastly, see those nasty, nasty split ends? See that? It looks like an old dried up paintbrush. I need to get my hair trimmed. Just drive and be safe. Guys can be me. Yes, guys can be mean. I typically don't talk on the CB because guys have some sort of stupid something or other to say, like as if I've never heard it before. I'll see you later, Tony. Thanks for joining. But I don't care what anybody else thinks of me. If you have ever looked at any of my videos anywhere, I have haters, and that's okay. Because they just prove to me that what I'm doing means that I'm on the right path. Another favorite quote of mine, dogs don't bark at parked cars. Dogs bark at cars that are passing them by. So if you're doing something and the haters are hating on you, it's because you're passing them by. They see you doing something that they wanted to do, or they should have done, or they could have done, and they had excuses as to why they couldn't, or it wasn't the right time, or the money, or the whatever, and they're mad at themselves, but they're projecting it on you instead of looking in the mirror and realizing that they're the problem. So, I'm called Blind You Blonde. Huh? I'm confused, Jesse. You like females that drive 18-wheelers? I've heard that a lot too. Oh, I absolutely do what I want to do, and to hell with anybody else. Because guess what? Like, I get a lot of hate for my facial piercings, and my natural response is, oh, you don't like them? Thank God! Because I didn't do them for you. I did them for me. My other favorite comment, especially the beginning of the year, when people hate on me, It's like, oh my God, my New Year's resolution was to get 50 new haters this year. So thanks for just adding to that number and letting me know that I'm on track to make my goal. That usually pisses them off real good. So much of our world, so many people in our world today are controlled by what other people think and what social media says. So that's why the haters are so predominant, is because they know that they can get into the heads of people and fuck with them. But when you don't let them, they tend to go away. If you look at all of my beginning videos when I first came on YouTube, it was nothing but hate. It was tons of hate. I don't get nowhere near the hate that I used to get because I don't care. Bet you drive better than 90% of truckers in Canada. I don't know what affirmative action they're taking in Canada, although I do have a friend who's from Canada. If female drivers get sexually assaulted and or get people that hate, there are a lot of people that don't like female drivers, and it's not a matter of being a female truck driver and getting sexually assaulted. It's a matter of not being alert and aware of your surroundings and your situations. I have had some not so awesome things happen to me in my 45 years of life, more than once, as a matter of fact. And when I stopped and realized that that's not how it's supposed to be, and that that's not acceptable behavior, and that I have power and that I have control, and started realizing that I could live my life as a victim, or I could take those situations, no matter how bad they were, and learn from them. Look at the actions and the behaviors, look at what I was doing that led up to that. Not saying that I was to blame for it, but being too nice, being not afraid to hurt somebody's feelings, put me in some precarious positions that led to some situations that happened. Lesson learned. You live, you learn, and you grow from it. We don't grow in our comfort zones. So when bad things happen, it's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable to look in the mirror and say, what can I do differently to take better care of myself? Because I'm the only one who's going to advocate for me. So, thank you, John, for the compliment on my hair. So, that's why I say you have to have a teaspoon of gangster in you. You have to have done not a lot, you have to have done at least some kind of self-reflection and realized how you got to where you are. All those bad things that happened to me, I wouldn't take not a one of them back. I wouldn't want not one of them to not have happened. Because every single thing, good, bad, and indifferent, that has happened in my life has been a stepping stone to bring me to exactly where I am today. And I like who I am. I like where I am. I like what I do. I like how I feel. I am pleased with my appearance, although I do need some more gym time. Everything about it, my thought process, my morals, my opinions, my self-confidence, my self-worth, all of that has come from everything that happened to me up until this point. And you cannot like who you are, where you are, doing what you're doing, and hate the things that created you. Yes, I carry. And it's not a matter of seeing that there are females in their family. It's been a while, and now that I say this, it's going to happen. But I haven't gotten a dick pic on social media in a while. But that is, our society has, so much of it is online, so much of it is social media. Um, right now, don't take this the wrong way, all of you guys are people behind keyboards. I can't see you. You guys can see me, but I can't see you. And people take advantage of that, and they use that to not be accountable for their actions. So if I screenshot a dick pic and I blur it out and scribble it out and I post it up on Snapchat and I tag that Snapchat user in that pic, even though it doesn't show anything, and I say, let's not be like this person, I get in trouble for bullying because there is no accountability in our world today. And that is why a lot of it has gone the way that it has gone. You like my content? Thank you. What's my best advice for young girls? There's so much. Don't try to be like anybody else. Hang on. I have another quote. I'm full of quotes currently. So give me just uno momento, por favor. Por favor. Por favor. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? Here it is. To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else, to make you just like everybody else, means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting. So I guess my advice to young women, or any woman, as a matter, it doesn't have to be a young person. A lot of women my age, close to my age, have the same problem. Be you. Figure out who that is. Because once you figure out who you are and what you like and what you will and you won't tolerate in your life, then you really start to live. Because if not, then you're just bending and morphing to everybody else's ideals. And that is a miserable existence. You didn't figure it out sooner, Eddie, because you were not ready. We all figure it out in our own time. My life, up until my mid-30s, was a hot fucking mess. I was a single mom, 3 kids, 3 different dads. I was like Kid Rock song. Didn't really have any goals, ambitions. Definitely didn't have the grit or the drive and the determination to get to where it is that I wanted to be. I always thought it was for everybody else. Oh, that would be nice. If only. Oh, that wasn't the life I was dealt. No. The life that you have because you either accept it or you work for it. That's all there is to it. So if you're just going to accept it, then quit bitching about it, because you're not doing anything about it. So if you're not going to do anything about it, then shut up, because nobody wants to listen to that. But if you're working for it and you're having struggles, evaluate what you're struggling in. Figure out a new direction, a new tactic, a new angle, a new perspective. That's all life is. Either work for it, or you put your head down and say, well, this is all there is. It's like going to the ocean with an eyedropper and taking out an eyedropper of water from the ocean and saying, well, this is all that's been given to me. This is all I get. Or you could go to the ocean with 1,000,000 Mack trucks and fill them up. And you could say, this is what is given to me. It's your choice. Would I ever do a face tattoo? I don't know. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. It is true. If you don't love yourself, you certainly can't love anybody else because you don't understand what it is. Also, if you are looking for happiness outside of yourself, be prepared to be miserable for the rest of your life because there is not a person on this planet who is going to do exactly what you want them to do in the exact way that you want them to do it and is going to make you happy all day, every day for the rest of your life. That's just not possible. There is no such thing as happiness outside of you because people will always let you down because they have free mind and free will of thought. And if your happiness is reliant upon somebody else, you will never be happy. So, happiness comes from within. Learn to love yourself, learn to like yourself. Look in the mirror every day and find one thing about yourself that you like. One thing. I had to do this when I was like 21 years old. I had no self-confidence. I had no self-esteem. I was extremely codependent, and I didn't like the way it felt. So every day, I found something I liked. Even if it was as stupidly simple as, these shoes look really good with this outfit. I found one thing every day that I liked about myself. And that was the step towards being a better version of me. And mind you, my path to being a better version of me has not been a constant. It has been an up and a down, and an up and a down, and around the house and under, chasing the chickens to find the best version of myself. And every day, I'm still trying to be just a little bit better than I was yesterday. I have to get to work. Enjoyed my life. Thank you, Raymond. You've been following me for a while. Aw. No BS, strong, independent woman. I mean, honesty is not always nice, and nice isn't always honest. Thank you for the love and support on my channel. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. We try to go live at least once every weekend just to check in with you guys, update you guys on where I'm at, what I'm doing, what's going on with the pupper dogs or the kitty cats or the truck or whatever. Yeah, because I appreciate you. And you guys take the time out of your day to watch my videos, to like my video, to comment, whatever it is that you do, on whatever level you participate on. I appreciate it. And I just try to connect with you guys and explain to you guys how much I appreciate you. Because without you guys, I would be just sitting here babbling to myself. Which they commit people for stuff like that, just so you know. What's the best advice as a trucker you have for someone at home? What do you mean? What do you mean, Jesse? Busted your butt to get to where you're at. Yep. You have an amazing support group behind you, encouraging you. I do call you on your bullshit. Hey, you lost me for a while, Phil. What happened? You know what, Jesse, it's not stupid. To somebody else, it might seem stupid, but to you, if that's what you do and that's what makes you feel good and that's what makes you happy and that's what makes you start your day off on a positive note, who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks? It's your life. And if you're happy, fuck them. What is that, like 4 of them? Yeah, well, you never know. I take them out of my hair and I put them here. That's how that happens. As a single guy, is it a good life? Um, it's a matter of personal opinion. Um, some people say yes and some people say no. So it's a matter of where are you at in your life? How would you feel in your life? You were driving home from the truck wash. Well, good thing, Phil, is you can go back in and you can watch it. You can watch what you missed and you can skip forward and reverse, and I'm sure people probably screenshot it. All of that jazz. So thankfully, it's not a live and then gone kind of thing, you know? Positive affirmations are absolutely the best thing. Absolutely. You know, the one thing that we should all do is when we wake up is we should spend 10 minutes in gratitude, being thankful. Thankful that we woke up, thankful that we're above ground, thankful that we have the people that we care about in our lives, thankful that we have the job that we have, the pets that we have, whatever it is, thankful that we're just breathing some days. But before you do anything, before you get out of bed, before you touch your phone, before you do anything, you should spend 10 minutes just being grateful and thankful for the things that you do have in your life. And then get out of bed and see how much different your day is. Because the first thing you do if you wake up and you pick up your cell phone and you open social media, what are you faced with? Chaos, drama, hate. Is that really how you want to start your day? When you adopted your daughters, their confidence was in the toilet. Of course it was. You hired a retired Marine Corps gunny to run them through the modified basic camp. 12 weeks later, they had at least a little self-confidence. Hey, man. It's reprogramming. And the earlier on in our lives that we learn it, the longer, how do I want to word that? I don't want to say the longer you have a happier life, because, I mean, life is not all rainbows and butterflies all the time. I mean, there is shit and crap. But the sooner that you find your path, the sooner you start living a more enjoyable life, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And if I can help somebody in that direction one day sooner, then I'm happy, you know? Like, I didn't have anybody to explain all that bullshit to me. I just figured it out on my own. And I remember floundering through my life. And so when I see people who are doing what it is that I was doing, I just kind of want to steer them towards that on-ramp of their life. Whether they take the on-ramp to their life or not is their business. But I just want to encourage them to have a better life. Thank you for everything you post. Aw. Thanks, Jesse. You're very kind. First thing you do when you get out of bed is turn on the coffee pot. You're useless without coffee. Well, first thing I do is go pee, but okay. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with talking to yourself. It's when you answer yourself. I do that too, though. I make it sound like I'm talking to the dog and then I answer myself. Does that make sense? You just counted hair ties on your shifter and you got 15? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got what, 4? Don't talk no shit. I sleep in my bed. Right there. And I have a purple mattress in my bed. So I sleep just fine. Just fine. I have a very fancy dancy purple mattress back there. Yeah, you're a boy. Of course you go out back to pee. Just saying. So, I suppose it's almost 1:30 here, Central Time. And we got to take a little chrome out. And I got to put a couple pieces of dunnage on my trailer. And we're going to have to roll around and wait for the 2 o'clock call to go scale in. So you also start your semi while you're waking up. Well, yeah, if I slept somewhere where I could shut my truck off at night, I'd do that too. Person without self-confidence is doomed to failure. This is very true, because if they don't believe in themselves, they're going to be constantly waiting for somebody else to believe in them. And then when that person does believe in them, because they don't believe in themselves, they're not going to believe that person. It's a crazy, vicious cycle. Where do I stop if need? You mean to pee? Truck stop, rest area, on ramp, off ramp, pee in a cup. It is what it is. Just depends. If it's nighttime and all the rest areas are full, then yeah, it's usually an on ramp or an off ramp. Not gonna lie. I am working this weekend. I load today, and then I'll be up in Wisconsin tomorrow. So we'll go to the gym and we'll run all of our domestic errands like laundry and groceries. Take the truck into the shop for a new radiator, new charge air cooler on Monday. Unload either Monday night or first thing Tuesday morning. Reload Tuesday and head to Texas. This is true. This is true. When you lose the argument with yourself, that's when you got to worry. Yeah. You run your APU. I don't want an APU. I like the sound of my motor, to be honest with you. I actually slept with my truck off the other night, and I slept like absolute shit because I've been sleeping with the truck on because it's been so cold up here. Just wanted to say, please drive safe. 8:15. It's crazy. And snow and wind. Woof. I will. I have blue skies and clear roads at least up to I-80 up into Illinois, so I'll be all right for a little while. What's wrong with my radiator? It's leaking. It's had a leak in it for a while. It's had a really small leak. It's a cold it's a cold leak. So it's just gotten worse. And then I have an exhaust leak, so it's not a turbo boot. We've done that. There is no soot or visible area where there could be an exhaust leak around the manifold. So the only other thing it potentially could be is the charge air cooler, which I've never replaced. So if you're going to do the radiator, you might as well do the charge air cooler. You got one out, you might as well do both. No sense in going back in and paying for labor a second time around. So you don't have big noises. I know, Eddie. I know. You have a radiator in your shed. Come get it. Brand new. Yeah, I can't. My truck probably would not be good headed all the way out there to get that. So, in bad weather. I usually eat pretty healthy all the time though. Just fitness, nutrition, habits. Extended your sleeper to include a full bath. Well, that's pretty exciting, Gerald. I couldn't have any more space because I would put more shit in my truck. So, I'm good with 70-inch. Thanks. Around 51. Oh, now you're 15. Copy. Well, we knew we were going to have to do it. We've just been trying to put it off as long as possible. Actually, I've known for over a year that I had to replace my radiator. I just, had other more important pressing issues to take care of. So now that it's a pressing issue, we take care of it. But there's not really much more big stuff to do on my truck, thankfully. So do I ever stop at a salon, like a hair salon? Is that what you're asking? The whole plan is to get there, Phil, but I don't have a shop to store all the stuff in, so we're not there yet. I try. It's been a while. Look at that. I need to go get it done, but it's just not it's not in the cards at the moment. A radiator and a charge air cooler is more important than dyeing my grays. So yeah, but your curb sniffer does exactly what you need it to do in the areas that you need it to do it in. Remember, work harder, not smarter. See, I don't even have a shed or a garage. So there's that. Sometimes I go get my toes done. That's about time for me, but it's been a little while. It's time to go get them done too. So I don't know. I think I probably go get my hair done about once every 6 months. I usually just dye the roots myself because I don't have a lot of time in the same place all the time. So, but it is definitely time to go in and get it done because this is starting to fade out down here. So this is a little bit lighter than that up there. So I could use yours. I don't get to Arizona that much. It doesn't work for me. All right, guys. 1:29. I gotta go. I gotta put on some more layers because I'm gonna have to get out. And while it is 40 degrees out, it is a little breezy, so that means it's chilly. You got a friend in Chandler. Phil, I don't go to Arizona. Unless he's hooking me up with flatbed freight coming out of there, I don't know. Message me, you got all that stuff. Thank you, Gerald. Have a wonderful day. Thanks again for being a member. I'll have to look and see what member level you have, and see what the perks are. But as soon as I get my poop in a group and I get in touch with my website guy, you guys will be the first to know. Just saying. I will drive safe. Thank you, Jesse. Great, Phil. Your flatbed isn't roadworthy. All right, everybody, take care. I gotta go get this shit together so we can put some steel beams on and head north. So, everybody, take care. I will see you guys next weekend. I'm not sure if it's Saturday or Sunday, but until then, have a wonderful day.